Alright, what's up guys? It's Troy D. Welcome back to the channel. Troy D 24/7 Mall, on point reviews all day, every day. So today is going to be an interesting video. This is actually the first of the, it could be a series, but this is actually a first where we have to buy or not to buy. So today's first one that we're going to talk about is for tomorrow's launch for Amouage Interlude Man Black Iris Edition. So there's a lot of things you're gonna find out today. One of which is kind of like the thought process that I go through whenever I think about buying perfumes, especially expensive ones. So to those that are bickering about how expensive things are, you can learn from this video, and you can also learn how I get feedback and how I make decisions. And also you'll find out about this perfume that's coming out tomorrow. Why am I even considering it? So before I continue, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel behind you, which is my channel. Make sure you subscribe, and so you can get a bunch of these really great videos. So Interlude Man is basically one of Amouage's most polarizing scents. It is apparently their best-selling scent, but it's not surprising because Amouage is from Oman. It's made in Oman, so definitely for the Middle Eastern crowd, and this is their best-selling one. Now tomorrow they're going to release this thing called Interlude Man Black Iris. So basically it's the same polarizing Interlude Man with a little bit of additions that I think is because they wanted to become wearable, more wearable to the public, with the addition of some ingredients. Now Interlude Man is truly polarizing, and one of the things that I've noticed is just the feedback of it, and I'm gonna read some of the best feedback I've seen, both positive and negative, about Interlude Man. But there's a lot of people that basically the way they describe it is incense, smokiness, oud, and oregano. Incense, oud, smokiness, and oregano. And many people are saying that this is a cold weather beast, and most people are saying that it is a beast. Some people have said that it's been there for days. Like if you spray it once, it'll be in your clothing or your skin for days. Some people say 3 days, 4 days. That's pretty insane. Very, very beastly. And yeah. So in terms of like Middle Eastern frags, like where I'm at right now, as you guys know, the recent thing that I split that's pretty rare is the Kilian Rose Oud Special Blend 2020. I'm also the owner of the Night. I also have a bunch of those chemis, which are, some of them are pretty like straight oud, like Ilm. Ilm is straight oud. So I'm kind of like, I'm okay with like adding an additional one, but I'm not like too crazy over it. I've had, at the end of the day, like where I'm at, like this is Cali. So oud is not like a normal thing out here, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know how people would wear that, but oud is not a regular thing out here. So we're gonna talk about some of the best feedback I've ever heard about Interlude Man. If you don't know about Interlude Man, Interlude Man is like a whole lot of funny negative comments about it. Okay, so there's, I would say the ratio of positive to negative is like 25% positive, the rest negative. The positive ones are like, oh, it's a signature scent. I like it because it's nothing like anything else. I like it because it's a beast. I like it because it's different. But how different are we talking about? So let's look at some of the funniest stuff. So Fragrantica, when I looked at Fragrantica, right? Positive is like the best of the best, manliest fragrance I've ever come across. Gives me a sense of manliness, so that's really good. That's good. That's very positive, very manly. And then here's a negative one. Sadly, the main notes reminds me of mosquito coils. So mosquito coils, I haven't actually smelled a mosquito coil in years, but I remember back in the days when I used to live in Southeast Asia, that's a normal thing because there's a lot of mosquitoes out there. So we would burn those mosquito coils. So I still vaguely remember what that smells like. And wow, mosquito coils. All right, Arabic gourmet sweet coming out of the oven. Okay, all right, okay. has a oregano incensey burst with bergamot. All right. All right. That sounds promising. That's cool. Okay. All right. It's incense, amber oud with a touch of leather and sandalwood. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad too. All right. Smells like a Catholic church. And so this one right here, like, it's more than a few have already said that it smells like a church. That's a little bit for me, okay? That's a little bit like 50-50 for me because I know what they're talking about. Those are the incense that the priest, it's in this thing where it kind of like does this and it's like smoke, and he like the priest kind of uses that to bless people. I honestly don't want to smell like that. Sorry, but that's hilarious. Smells like a Catholic church. All right. Korean, Korean barbecue dry rub seasoning in an antique store with lots of varnished wood furniture. Okay, this is one of the best. Korean barbecue dry rub seasoning in an antique store with lots of freshly varnished wood furniture. How, guy? How? So here in LA, Korean barbecue is a big thing. Dry rub for Korean barbecue. I can't imagine that. But like an antique store, yes. Varnished wood, I can see that. I'm trying to combine that right now. Mosquito coils, Korean barbecue dry rub, an antique store with varnished furniture. So I'm on it, okay? Okay, smoky resinous incense with dark, brooding, regal, serious, formal, worn by a well-dressed, confident gentleman. See, so here's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking that, you know, this is kind of like a targeting Middle Eastern crowd, in my opinion, and has to be dressed, which is basically what they usually wear, you know. I don't know, but I don't know if this guy's talking about like a black tie or whatever, but all right, sounds like it. Sounds like a I don't know. So we're at manly, formal, serious, regal. All right, there we go. This fragrance is not for anyone. It's only for 30 plus years old. Okay, 30 plus, guys. Okay, so if you heard that before, 30 plus. That's what this guy says right here. I'm definitely 30 plus, so that's cool. That's definitely cool. I had somebody comment on one of my videos. He was kind of offended that I said that Baldia Freak was like for young guys, but he probably thought I was like really young. But actually, I might be the same age or older than that guy. So I don't know. But he said here, this guy said 30 plus. Okay, it smells like I just spent the last 3 days cleaning old burned out chimneys. Oh, you see, there's this. Okay, so what's common that I see now on the original interlude is like burning woods. I'm thinking it's the oud. I'm thinking it's the agar wood. Okay, like this is something that, you know, noses that aren't really into oud, or they're not like super into oud, they don't have a lot of experience into oud. I think that this is the description they always say. It's like a chimney. It's like burning woods, burnt wood, not in like by the fireplace, but like agar wood, oud. So this kind of tells me it's a oudi. You know, there's gonna be some oudi stuff in here. Okay, but funny description. Okay. This fragrance brought to mind being in a hospital. Then a bit after, I got the impression of being in a hospital that is on fire. All right. Burning hospital, guys. Okay. This one's good. Okay, the ancient one. Interlude brings you back to the old Middle East. Smells like something that is being passed down for generations between Arabian royal houses. The oregano mimics an oasis, an island of greenery with smoky haze. The dry down is a buttery smooth sandalwood, and the remaining smoke leaves interlude with the same edge it has. Okay, so there's a positive one right there. So that one right there, it's like, it says the same thing, kind of like smoky, old Middle East, it's starting to come together, guys. Okay, it's starting to come together. Okay, it will cast a spell on someone. So this is what I really kind of like. This is what really intrigues me. It says it casts a spell on you, and so that's cool right there. That's cool for me. All right. Okay, this is probably from another person. 10 out of 10. The best perfume in the world I've ever had. The incense is not too clerical. Resins, herbs, and whenever transpires class and grandeur. Too sweet on the bottom. Okay, there you go. Again, grandeur. Okay, this might be an opulent scent. Okay, here we go. And Middle Eastern opulent. Okay, so this is interesting. Somebody actually called it a club perfume. Said, I like it, but I'm thinking about the circumstances in which I could wear it. It is first and foremost a club perfume. What? A club perfume, guys. That's new. So you're gonna wear the Catholic Church burning woods in the club. What? I wonder which club this is. Okay. So the other thing I did, guys, was I went to Facebook as well, and I kind of threw it out there. I wanted to know who owned it and what they thought about it. And the consensus is that it's more hilarious stuff. Okay, so from one of my guys that actually I trust his taste, or I like it, I like what he buys. He said that it was headache inducing. So I haven't owned a perfume that's actually headache inducing, or at least not yet. Even if I guess oud can somewhat be headache inducing, or some synthetics. Luckily, I haven't had that before. But some guys say it's headache inducing. Some guys say it's a Gothic church. A lot of people are saying it's a great intro to Middle Eastern frags. So just take note that this is the original Interlude Man. So this is not the one that's coming out, but it is. I'll show you later on the notes that it's actually the original with a little bit of touch of iris, which is that's the name. One guy, Matt, said I had some decants of it, but I never wanted a full bottle. So this is actually the reason why we split stuff, because if you think about it, like, because it's such a beast mode perfume that lasts forever and it's so strong, and it's like it kind of adds up. You think about special occasion, burning woods, strong, beast mode. You start realizing that 100 ml bottle ain't really gonna be finished. So this is one of the reasons that we're probably gonna split this one. And there's another guy, Nick, that said, I have a 10 ml decant, and that is too much. It's plenty. Okay. Positives here, it blows my mind, but it has to be super cold outside. So, this is like a good reason to, this is a real good reason to buy it, actually, while it's not cold. Reason being is that if you buy it ahead of time, like you don't have to wait till it's cold, and then the supply will probably dwindle, or everybody kind of jumps in. So it's a good reason to own it right now, to be honest. That's why I'm considering it as well. Okay, this is from Kevin. I had a full bottle given to me as a gift at the official Middle East media launch. Okay, so this guy was in Dubai 8 years ago. Tried it numerous times, but all I ever got was an awful incense and overpowering smoke, to where I ended up smelling like a smoldering ashes of a burned down building. Smoldering ashes of a burned down building. End up throwing it away. Nobody who tried it could put up with it for more than a couple of minutes. So as you can tell, guys, this one here, burning building, burning hospital. This is oud. This is some burning oud right here. Some crazy burning oud. One guy actually said this is his favorite signature scent. I'm like, why? He said it's a perfect blend of incense and oregano. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but that's exactly why I love it. All right, that's cool. Okay, so this one here is from Eric right here. He said that this one's interesting. He goes, when you go to a Middle East store and it smells a lot of incense, then you enter, it smells so good, But then after a while, when you spend some time in there, you just want to get out because it chokes you and you need fresh air. It's the same when someone passes by and you get a WTF, it smells good, but then you can't stand it for too long. That's basically what it is. So there you go. That's a great example. It's like a polarizing, right? It's like a positive and a negative. It's like partially it's like head turner, negatively you don't want to stay there too long. So that tells me minimal sprays, definitely decant worthy. I don't know if it's bottle worthy. Okay. Okay, next up. I have it. Don't expect to get compliments. It's pretty challenging. Uh I've had people tell me that I smell like a whorehouse. So that's that. This is the comment that killed me right here because I he said people, like not just one person. So what kind of people do you have around you, bruh? But that's what they said. I don't know what that means. Never been in one. But oh my god, smells like a whorehouse. All right, enough. I'm not even bashing this because I'm gonna buy it, but I'm just doing this for fun. But the funniest one that I got was from Jad. Okay, Jad said this. Okay, I wasn't impressed. I used to own every Amouage. I sold them all. A few Amouages are good, like Beach Hut. I love that one. Jubilation, haven't tried that one. Here's what it is. Okay, if you ever go to Dubai and you want to blend in with the rich sheiks, then take it with you. All right, that's cool. But but if you're at the bar talking to Courtney, Hannah, and Kelsey, don't wear an Amouage, and especially not Interlude. So this was really funny because he actually had names, He had like Courtney, Hannah, and Kelsey. So you know where Jad's going. But don't wear it if you're gonna talk to some ladies. All right? Basically at the bar, don't wear the Interlude Man. He said don't do that. But if you want to hang out with the rich sheiks, go ahead. Perfect. Okay, so that's the feedback. As for the actual scent, okay. So basically, if you compare the notes, what's the difference here? You've got the oregano is actually gone. So there's no oregano. So this oregano that everybody on the positive side it kept saying that they actually like is not on the new one. It's not. It's actually replaced by rosemary and violet. Okay, now violet I really like. So that's a positive for me. Oregano is something I smell in food. So I'm not sure. I haven't had an oregano scent. Now we look at the heart notes. The heart notes is basically there's vanilla now, there's myrrh, and there's orris. And then they kept the amber and the frankincense and the cistus. So there you go. So what they did was they basically added more nicer notes, I would say, more wearable notes, orris, myrrh, vanilla. And if you look at the base notes, the OG has basically almost the same thing except for cedarwood. So the burning building is probably still there. Burning building, burning hospital, burning everything because they actually call it agarwood smoke. So this tells me, like I said, it confirms to me this is oud smoke, basically trying to maybe replicate the smoky oud chips, And then leather, yeah, this is a manly scent, patchouli, sandalwood, and cedarwood. So that's the notes basically. The difference between the original one that I just mentioned earlier and then the new one. So again, this tells me that this is a more wearable scent, more appealing, I would say, for everybody that's never tried it. Now, from my position, I've never had Interlude Man, and for some reason, every time I try to get it, I'm almost about to get it. I'm about to swap it. I'm about to buy it. It gets bought or it's gone, and so maybe this is like a blessing in disguise because I get to get this more wearable version of it. Okay. So what's my consensus? So what is my consensus? So definitely I would say that for tomorrow, the price point was going to be the biggest issue for me. Now, this was the same thing that happened when Bortnikov Sayat Nova came out. And it was like there's that pressure, I came from like the hype fashion community, and in those circumstances, guys, like it's like there's influencers like Drake would be wearing a certain shoe, or and it would be so popular, and then everybody kind of knew that people were gonna buy that, and price was never an issue, and that's for another conversation, but. People would just like snipe it, because price wasn't an issue. There was enough really good influencers to make people want to buy it. But in the fragrance community, there's not a lot of influencers. Matter of fact, even if you are, one of the things is that are you getting paid because you are influencing? Is that what's going on? Or so I'm not a paid influencer, and you can see I'm trying to put my decision making on my YouTube channel right now. But the thing is with this, it's like it's perfume, so there's no real influencers, and you can just, you could try to guess when it comes to like a pressure situation. But going back to Sayat Nova, it was like $350. Now, unless you're like a pure Bortnikov fan and that's all you buy, you don't buy anything else, you only buy one bottle every month, then I'm sure you'll be fine. But for a guy like me that cycles out a lot of fragrances, I own a lot of fragrances, I buy a lot of fragrances, we get the hauls every week. That was a little bit too much, and for the pressure that was being put, like you have to buy it because it'll be gone tomorrow, like it wasn't enough to me to purchase like $350. Now luckily, when I asked Amouage how much this Interlude Man was going to cost, they said that it's exactly the same as Interlude Man. The Black Iris version is exactly the same price as the Interlude Man OG, so that is very, very good news, meaning I'm definitely going to buy it. Tomorrow at the launch, I'm definitely going to be one of those first customers that's going to buy Interlude Man Black Iris. However, I will also split it. Okay, so again, I will also split it, meaning I'm going to give my viewers the opportunity to own 5 or 10 mil decants of it as I'm purchasing it tomorrow. And so you'll be able to get it at a much lower price. And I'll get to share it with you as soon as I get it. So definitely, if you're interested in splitting this one for 5 or 10 mil decants, all you have to do, a couple things. Number one, you could just follow my Instagram, TroyD247frag, and then I'll be posting the actual split details there, the pricing, the split details, shipping, and you can follow that. You don't have to have an Instagram really. You can just check it, or you can just make like if you're not into Instagram, just make like, I don't know, like a dummy Instagram, so you can just get on it and talk to me there. Or you could put your email below on the comments. You can put your email. I'll get back to you. I'll email you the details on the split. Or you can follow any of the groups below on the description and find me there. It's easier to find me because I post every day. So it's easy to find me there. Find me there, message me on Facebook, and I'll give you guys the details. But definitely this will be a split. I don't see myself like finishing 100 ml. I don't have any. I want to go back to the Middle East, but I don't know when. And in terms of opulence, I have a lot of opulent stuff from Bodicia's. And in terms of a lot of opulent stuff, I have a lot of opulent stuff from Bodicia's, Roja's, Spirit of Dubai's coming up. I'm gonna get that one soon. So I'm gonna split this one. So this one's gonna be split. I'm gonna buy it, but I'm gonna split it. So again, if you're interested, let me know. So there you go. Here's my thoughts on Interlude Man Black Iris. I think it's a great idea, guys, from Amouage, and I think it's not really like a pressure tactic, because what they're doing is they're having it available now, tomorrow, and then afterwards they'll be available in like a couple of months. So it's kind of like a pressure tactic, but at the same time they're not saying it won't be back for, it will be back at some point. So that's really good of Amouage, not saying, oh, I'm selling it 30 bottles only and then that's it, and then you find out there's more waves coming. So I really didn't like that about Sayat Nova. Probably that's my biggest turnoff. But yeah, other than that, guys, so just let me know. Drop a comment of your email address, or find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. Only a few MLs will be available. I'll see you guys on the next video, and thank you for watching. Peace.